Well, the original idea really was to create an album and to create a band which nobody ever heard of in the 70s. So I talked to Michael Reinboth, the head of Compost Records, and he said this would be a great idea to create a band, and he discovered the band in the 70s, and nobody else ever discovered the band yet. So he's the first to pick out on a flea market the record Web Oracle 70s, recorded in Detroit, June 3rd. And the music was exactly made as in the 70s, in one room, live records, first takes, you know, no overdubs, no. This was the original idea. Then we recorded a few songs, and Michael Reinboth says, guys, it sounds so great, but it's really a pity you never do live concerts, you cannot do interviews, you cannot, you know, show your faces, your names. So if it's a fictive, you know, virtual band like Fractus, the movie, you know, like the band, you know, the bullshit fake band.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a pity because we cannot play concerts. And why don't you put your real names in there? And we are a band. And we changed during the third song. We changed the concept into okay. So the music is there, and we don't change the music because it's us, you know. And that was the original idea of and the original birth of this band.
Music changed a lot since the 80s, since digitalization of art and music. Everything got big part of music, 80%, got very perfectionized in a way. They want to be very exact, very tight, very clean, and we got a kind of, we missed this thing the guys in the 60s and 70s had, just to play. Even they played some notes out of the arrangements, or they even just improvised, or even had no arrangements, or just a melody, and but nevertheless they played very beautiful, tight music, but not so clean like nowadays. Even in acoustic music, this sounds very perfect. Everything is perfectly in tune, everything is very produced and post-produced, and we kind of missed to play music like that, with little arrangements, but more or less to get this flow during playing. And I'm really, that's the reason we mostly listen to older records.
There's no ego saying, well, I want it this way, and I'm the leader, you know, let's do it this way. You know, if something
notes or something.
if something, you know, doesn't fit somebody, we said, well, then we don't do it. You know, there's no stress. You know,
This is the most important thing, to put your heart in the music, and not perfectionism. You know, just put what you feel. And what the good thing is, these when we make a lot of mistake, but we don't make the biggest mistake to play boring, because it's always happening. That's the biggest mistake what musician can do, playing boring, even if he plays perfectly, absolutely right, everything. But we are never boring. We always have fun, you know, when we play, even in the studio. And I'm sure when we go out of the road, live situations will be even more fun.
And in a certain sense, we, I think, in every project we play from the bottom of our hearts. It's not the thing, but in this project we have the chance to play and to compose absolutely not for some for example, commercial reasons. It's a very important thing about it. Is it intellectual enough? Is it commercial enough? Is it melodic? Or is it too crazy? Or is it not crazy enough for this club? And we don't think about that. We just play and compose, and that's something we wouldn't be here if we wouldn't miss it somewhere else.
Festival. And she gave me a videotape, VHS videotape, of us playing in the 80s with Woody Shaw. And when I saw that, I really cried because I was touched, because I didn't realize I was 22 playing with Prince Larsha and Woody Shaw for 2 weeks. And Woody Shaw told me his life. I mean, I was his guide because he was blind at that time. So we do Lokomotive. I was ahead, you know, going through the streets because he couldn't see. And he put his hands on my shoulders. I was really touched when I saw this, you know, and I almost forgot what I did 30 years ago. It's a long time. So this was actually the original. Yeah, I came back and I found love immediately for this music again. So, and that brought me to, well, why don't we do a spiritual, this kind of music